building my little guides for routering the F-250 shape, you know, which is that little, I think it's like 3/16 of an inch deep mark with 45s, or it's not 45s, but we're using 45s. So I kerfed a little piece of wood. I did a couple of tests. This one sucks. That one over here worked pretty good as a test piece. And so then I did this one, and I kerfed it real short, which leaves a fat top. And I did that so that when it gets done drying, it'll be shaped once it's done drying. I'll come in, I'll probably put super glue in it, CA glue, Elmer's glue, something, wood glue, and it'll be all formed around there, super strong, and it will help me route from the armrest, which is this, around the corner onto the flat. It should be pretty damn cool. I hope so. I mean, I like trying new shit, and I don't know if anybody's tried this. I'm sure somebody has, but I haven't. So I'm gonna give that a shot and route out a bunch of weird little ditches in the thing. So it should be super cool, and I wish I could stop saying so, but so. Oh shit, I forgot. Kenzie bringing us food? Supposedly. Check this out.
That looks fucking sick.
That's pretty fucking badass. All I gotta do is hand sand it here and
Yeah, you have to just clean
get all
it up.
that.
It looks pretty fucking super duty.
Pretty super duty. So, if you can tell, I fucked up. I rigged up my router, had it set, did this one just perfectly. It was maybe a little bit deep. I didn't want to go that deep, but it did really well. So then I moved over, set up my piece, which is now destroyed, and started doing this one, and it worked really well until I got down here, and apparently the vibration made it pull out a little bit. So then when I went up, the bit fell out and dug this deep old hole, which basically ruins this, and this whole piece, you know, all the way down to here. Alright, so I've cut, fixed, glued these guys together. This one I'm in the middle of priming. I primed it, sanded these little thin spots apart, you know, and then rounded all the edges, and sprayed it with, you know, the primer, and then did it again. This one is ready for a coat. I think I'll fix these little nail holes with some spot putty, sand it all down again, primer it, and then I think I'm going to paint it red. It'll be red under the screen, which would be interesting. And then this will have the screen material, which is sitting on top of the press, which I'm terribly nervous to do, but we'll see. Should look pretty cool. I took this part and rounded it. I put a 45 here, a little one, and sanded it to where it's in, you know, just a round over. It's got a little more sanding to do there. So it looks good. I did all this in the round over instead of, I did a 45 before on this one. This is the top of the old one that I screwed up. And see, I round over, but I did the 45, and I didn't like the 45. It's too sharp. So I changed my mind. So we want to look at this upside right. This is passenger side. This is driver's side. And I'm going to nail these down. And then figure out how to make my little designs. My Super Duty designs. I'm either going to I might put a 1/4 inch piece on top instead of routing it out, because routing it out is so permanently dangerous. I already got to fill these in. This is where my oops happened, and this one's too deep.
Shit!
And I filled that with kitty hair, and it sticks. You skim coat it with some Rage Gold or something. I should be able to get that flat if I need to. So we'll see. I'm gonna sand this one down, knock these little gaps out, round it up all by hand, and then prime it, get it ready for paint. But I think she looks cool. It looks cool just like that. But yeah, I still want to do the damn the Super Duty, you know, designs. I really want to do them super hard. They knocked me off of this project for 2 weeks because when I fuck up like that, you know, it feels like I can't get past it. But I try not to be a pussy on weird hard shit. So I'm gonna cut her up. These angles here, I know that's sideways, but I'm going to just sand all the way up and then roll over. Same thing here. I'm gonna sand it initially on the edge of the table so that I can't really go past it, because this sand's easier than the plywood. And then get her up to here and try to hand sand everything to where it's just one solid piece like this. So we'll see. It's a bunch of work. I am not doing the back doors now. I'm not doing the back doors ever. So it is what it is. I don't need to do back doors. I don't sit there. So I'll get this going. I need to go buy some spot putty so I can finish off the faces. And then I'm gonna glue and nail the outer fascia down. And then I gotta build the press. I'm gonna make a press for this. So press piece will be made out of this guy right here. This will give me my outside dimension, which will be this shape. And then I'll use this or another sheet or another piece of this stuff, and I'll cut it in with a rabbiting bit, a 1/2 inch, and I'll go another 1/2 inch or whatever my measurement, my medium measurement is. The corners are going to be a pain in the ass, but I'll do that. And then I'll have my interior piece. Now I'll put a 45 on it, and then we'll have the press piece. And then I'll use this piece, and I'll make the outside that'll imitate this, and then stick her in there, give her a press, see if it fails. If it fails, I'll do something else, or I'll do it again until I make it work. So, a lot of work. I got a bunch of 1/2 inch because I thought I was going to rebuild that one, but I could just fill that section. But I should get some of this done today. Hopefully enough to get a video and maybe mount one up somewhat. I don't know what time it is. I know it's hot. I turned my fan off. At least I don't do that anymore. And so we'll get her done. I said her. I fucking hate that I say some country ass shit. I am a redneck. But not an idiot. So I say her, I say she, I name shit the wrong thing. I got a little bit of a accent, but whatever. I'm no redneck, but I am a redneck. I mean, I run a tractor dealership, for God's sakes.